some rock songs aren't content with just sounding good. They hit the music industry like an explosion, fundamentally changing everything. Today you'll discover 15 rock anthems from the revolutionary 1960s.
The rhythm that the drivers made, when people passing by, they would stop.
When Chuck Berry unleashed Johnny B. Goode in March 1958. It crossed into the 60s as the blueprint for what rock guitar could become. This wasn't just a catchy tune, it was a masterclass in storytelling through 6 strings, featuring the first true rock guitar solo that every future axe hero would study religiously. Berry's duck walk and double string bends created a template that defined rock guitar forever. It defied the simple chord progressions of early rock, proving that technical prowess and narrative songwriting could create anthems that transcended racial barriers. This track paved the way for guitar heroes, showing musicians that the electric guitar wasn't just rhythm, it was the voice of rebellion itself. Before psychedelia took over, there was the raw, primal scream that started it all. Little Richard's Good Golly Miss Molly from 1958, but exploding into 60s consciousness, this single wasn't just a song, it was the official declaration that rock and roll had arrived with unstoppable force. Richard's falsetto wails and pounding piano delivered pure, unadulterated energy that shattered every convention. Its frenzied tempo, gospel-influenced vocals, and sexual energy set a new standard for rock performance. It proved that music could be dangerous, exciting, and utterly transformative, completely reshaping how audiences expected to feel when they heard rock music.
Girl, you really got me going. You got me so I don't know.
From the moment that iconic guitar riff kicks in, the Kinks' You Really Got Me immerses you in a sonic revolution. Released in August 1964, this wasn't just a pop song, it was the birth certificate of hard rock, featuring Dave Davies' distorted power chords. Created by slashing his amplifier speaker with a razor-bladed technique that was pure accident turned genius. Beyond its groundbreaking distortion, Ray Davies delivered the lyrics with raw sexuality and aggression, challenging the polished British invasion sound dominating the charts. This 3-chord masterpiece became the DNA for heavy metal, proving that sometimes destruction creates the most beautiful noise.
They cold rising sun.
Released in June 1964, The Animals' House of the Rising Sun didn't just change rock music, it shattered every rule about song length and subject matter. At over 4 minutes long, it was a song radio stations initially resisted playing, but they had no choice. With Eric Burdon's haunting vocals, that unforgettable organ arrangement, and its dark tale of New Orleans vice, this track became an anthem of moral ambiguity. Its brooding atmosphere and adult themes marked a radical shift in rock's lyrical content, redefining what stories could be told through electric instruments. The song proved that rock could be cinematic, literary, and deeply emotional all at once.
Yeah. Till about midnight.
Gloria, that spelling out battle cry kicked off a new era when them released their explosive version in March 1965. Originally written by Van Morrison, this wasn't just a love song, it was 3 chords of pure garage rock fury that spawned 1,000 bands in 1,000 basements across America. This primal scream of teenage lust and frustration resonated with every kid who picked up a guitar. Its raw simplicity proved that you didn't need virtuosity to create magic, just passion, volume, and 3 chords played with conviction. Garage rock was officially born.
Everything and more, and that's for sure. For your love, I'll give you down.
When the Yardbirds dropped For Your Love in March 1965, they weren't just playing blues rock, they were declaring independence from tradition itself. This experimental masterpiece replaced the expected guitar solo with a harpsichord, creating a sound so revolutionary that Eric Clapton quit the band in protest, calling it too commercial. The song's Eastern-influenced melody, unconventional instrumentation, and pop sensibility pushed the boundaries of what rock could encompass. The Yardbirds weren't just challenging blues purists, they were proving that rock could absorb any influence and emerge stronger. Jeff Beck envisioned Beck's Bolero as a fusion symphony, and his 1966 creation was nothing short of revolutionary. Instead of following standard rock song structure, Beck meticulously layered Spanish classical influences with electric guitar wizardry, featuring a who's who of British rock, including Jimmy Page, John Paul Jones, and Keith Moon. This resulted in a composition that shifted between delicate acoustic passages and explosive electric crescendos. Beyond its unconventional arrangement, It proved that rock musicians were serious artists capable of sophisticated composition. This track marked the first time rock embraced high art without losing its rebellious soul.
About strawberry fields forever.
I read the news today. Oh boy. As the climactic track that defined 1967's Summer of Love. The Beatles' Strawberry Fields Forever represents the peak of psychedelic innovation. Written by John Lennon about his childhood memories, this wasn't just a pop song. It was a fever dream captured in tape loops, backward recordings, and Mellotron magic. Producer George Martin used revolutionary studio techniques, including varuspeeding and orchestral arrangements that created an otherworldly soundscape. The Beatles even added layers of sounds that seemed to come from another dimension, showcasing their complete mastery of the recording studio as an instrument itself.
And one pill makes you small, and the ones that
Originally conceived as a simple love ballad, White Rabbit was completely transformed by Grace Slick into Jefferson Airplane's mind-bending 1967 masterpiece. Slick flipped the song's meaning from innocent romance into a powerful journey through altered consciousness and social rebellion, inspired by Alice in Wonderland's psychedelic undertones. She added, entirely new vocal arrangements that built from whisper to roar, and lyrics that spoke directly to a generation questioning authority. This reimagining became a symbol of the counterculture revolution. Grace's commanding presence and the song's pharmaceutical metaphors turned White Rabbit into far more than a commercial hit. It was a generational anthem.
if I was to say to you, girl, we could.
Guitarist Robbie Krieger wrote most of Light My Fire, but it was the Doors' collective madness that gave it its rule-breaking style, soaring to #1 in July 1967. Its lengthy jazz-inspired keyboard solos and provocative lyrics pushed every boundary of the time. During their performance on The Ed Sullivan Show, producers asked Jim Morrison to change the line, "Girl, we couldn't get much higher," due to its drug-related reference. Morrison famously refused and sang it anyway, resulting in the band being banned. That defiant move reinforced their image as dangerous provocateurs and solidified their status as the voice of rebellion. Itself, though originally a Muddy Waters blues, it was Cream's seismic 1967 version of Crossroads that elevated the song to rock god status. Eric Clapton took the song's traditional blues structure and completely transformed it into an electrified showcase of virtuosity and power, proving that British musicians could master American blues and make it their own. The live recording stands out for its extended guitar solos, thunderous rhythm section, and the raw energy it captured. This version set a new standard for blues rock interpretation, cementing Clapton's legend as God and showing that rock could honor its roots while pushing into uncharted. Territoria blistering, no-holds-barred anthem of teenage frustration. The Troogs' Wild Thing hit like lightning in April 1966. Reg Presley's primitive vocals and the band's Caveman Simple arrangement delivered pure primal rock with undeniable force and sexuality that scandalized parents everywhere. Its lyrics were explicit in their desire, directly challenging the innocent love songs dominating radio. The song's stripped-down production and unashamed lust made it a blueprint for punk rock, proving that sometimes the most powerful music comes from the most basic human emotions.
Excuse me while I kiss the sky.
Released in August 1967, the Jimi Hendrix Experience's Purple Haze became one of rock's most revolutionary statements and a defining moment in guitar history. With its backwards guitar intro, fuzz-drenched distortion, and Hendrix's otherworldly technique, it completely redefined what the electric guitar could achieve. At just over 3 minutes but containing universes of sound, it defied every convention about guitar solos, song structure, and studio production. Its psychedelic lyrics and Hendrix's left-handed genius created something entirely new: rock as cosmic experience, cementing Hendrix's reputation as music's greatest innovator.
Praise the dawning.
Released as the opening statement of their 1967 debut, The Velvet Underground's Sunday Morning was composed during the height of the Summer of Love, but it sounded like nothing else on earth. Lou Reed and John Cale channeled urban decay, artistic pretension, and beautiful melancholy into lyrics that painted New York's underground scene in vivid, haunting detail. The song's gentle surface masked dark undercurrents, featuring Cale's classically trained viola creating textures no rock band had attempted. This track captured something the hippie movement missed entirely, that beauty could come from darkness, and that rock music could be high art without losing its street credibility. Break on through to the other side. When the Doors opened their 1967 debut album with this explosive declaration, Morrison wasn't just singing, he was prophesying. This track, written primarily by Robbie Krieger but brought to life by Jim Morrison's shamanic presence, blended rock with poetry, blues with theater, creating something unprecedented. At just over 2 minutes but containing the blueprint for alternative rock, its driving rhythm, mysterious lyrics, and Morrison's hypnotic delivery made it a gateway drug to the darker side of the 60s. The song proved that rock could be intellectual, spiritual, and dangerous all at once, a complete artistic statement that influenced everyone from punk to goth. And that's a wrap on our journey through these 15 game rock anthems from the most revolutionary decade in music history. Which of these timeless 60s classics hit you the hardest, or brought back a special memory of when rock truly meant rebellion? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more rock history deep dives right here on Retro Rewind. Keep on rockin', and we'll see you next time.